Hello and welcome to this week's Cars.co.za news. I'm David Taylor. This week's episode, we have the brand new generation BMW X5. We've also got pricing for the brand new Merc CLA compact sedan, as well as BMW's all-electric Neue Klasse vehicle. Plus, we also discuss some industry news and what we're driving at the moment and what you can expect on the channel. Okay, strap yourselves in. Let's go.
Do you wanna be a Lani in a Porsche or Ferrari? Do you wanna be J-Kutata? How's about the vrut?
First story for the week, and on your screen right now, this is the brand new 5th generation BMW X5. It's just been revealed as of last week, and it's already locked in and confirmed for South Africa in early 2027. As a reminder, the BMW X5 and X6 are assembled in North America at the Spartanburg plant. Well, let's start off with the looks, because if you haven't been paying attention, the Neue Klasse design language is being rolled out throughout the BMW portfolio. And this face, well, it looks like the rest of the BMW Neue Klasse range, but it really makes a statement. I don't think people are going to say this is a handsome or attractive car. It's more of a move out of my way kind of design. Underneath the skin, the platform from the previous generation, that's been carried over and updated, and in terms of size, the car has grown by a few millimeters. Now, what I find really impressive is BMW has said, guys, new generation X5, we've got not one, not 3, but 5 powertrain options. And BMW South Africa has already confirmed that we're going to be getting 3 of them. BMW South Africa was on the ball, already put out a press release, and they've confirmed that early next year, as I've mentioned, xDrive 40D, 50e xDrive petrol plug-in hybrid, and a fully electric iX5 60. The other model, which I think is really interesting, is BMW has said that they're going to have an iX5 hydrogen. It's probably not going to come to South Africa, but this will be BMW's first commercial hydrogen vehicle. On to the next story, Mercedes-Benz South Africa has confirmed the arrival of its CLA, the new compact stylish sedan. I think this thing's really sharp looking. I think this thing looks really posh, and apologies for the footage you're seeing because Mercedes-Benz media only has footage of the electric EQ models. Like trying to find info and details on a petrol-powered modern Merc is really hard because they are very forward electrically driven. Let's talk about that petrol engine then. It's a 1.5 litre turbocharged 4-cylinder with 48 volt mild hybrid tech. Outputs 135 kilowatts, 330 newton meters, front wheel drive, and an 8-speed dual clutch box. 0 to 100 in around 8 seconds, and the fuel claim is 5.5 litres. So it doesn't seem like there's much progress there. I mean, addition of 48 volt hybrid helps save some fuel and keep the emissions low. But I think this car is all about the tech and the design. Pricing, well, I can't beat around the bush or hide it here. Brace yourself, 939,000 Rand, which is around 36,000 Rand more than the outgoing model. Now, why do I say brace yourself and hint that this thing is quite pricey? Well, if you look on the Cars.co.za comparison tool, and here's the screenshot now, look at how much its rivals cost in comparison. So we've selected A3 sedan and BMW 218 Gran Coupe, and you can see there's quite a big discrepancy between the two. And we know what it's like. Merc is trying to play the we're quite premium and we can charge premium prices for a premium product. But all I can say is I look forward to driving this thing, and we will be comparing it to its rivals as soon as possible. On to the next story, and now that we're in a new month of July, generally all the motor manufacturers update their price lists. And one of those was BMW. And when I downloaded the PDF and had a look, they had pricing for the brand new BMW iX3. That's the Neue Klasse flagship model, the first of its kind, and it's locked in for South Africa. Now, why does this matter? Now, I think if you had to Google Game Changer, a picture of this car would appear. Let me explain why. It's well lauded. It's won many awards. 2026 World Car of the Year. And my colleague Hannes Oosthuizen, he attended the launch last year. And I'm going to quote him on this because this man's got a lot of experience. I don't think I've piloted a car that so comprehensively rewrites the existing rulebook. And I chatted to him about this car, and it brings so many new technologies, refinements, and improvements. Apparently this thing's absolutely brilliant in so many departments. Right, so you'll get 2 iX3 derivatives, 50 xDrive M Sport and the M Sport Pro for a bit more money. You can get behind the wheel for just under 1.7 million. The powertrain is a pair of electric motors. It's all-wheel drive, 345 kilowatts, 645 newton meters, 0 to 100, 4.9 seconds, and a top speed of 210 kilometers. Like, that's fine. That's cool. I think that's on par with the rest of the segment. But I think where the Neue Klasse stands head and shoulders above is the battery tech. So brace yourself, listen to these numbers. 108 kilowatt hour battery, and BMW reckons a range, WLTP range that is, there's the disclaimer, of over 800 kilometers is possible. Now, I've driven a lot of electric cars, and I think if I can get 700 kilometers out of that, I'm going to be very, very impressed. 700 kilometers for an EV, range anxiety for what? I reckon you could do Joburg to Durban on a single charge, and I think there's a challenge waiting to happen. Now, as a side note, while I was writing this script this morning, I had the thought, with the new BMW X5 being available as a battery electric vehicle and the iX3 here, what does this mean for the future of the iX? And sadly, I think this potentially means the end of the BMW iX is on the cards. Granted, the styling didn't win many hearts, many likes, but I think this car, in terms of technology, space, and refinement, was a little bit ahead of the curve. So let's see what happens in the weeks, months to come. Onto some industry news, and Chery South Africa, they held their opening ceremony of their new factory. As a reminder, Chery Group Global purchased Nissan's old factory in Roslyn, Pretoria. Cars.co.za was in attendance, and we can share some details about what this plant production plans entail. The claims are pretty impressive, and we hope that Chery comes close to its goal. So here we go. Phase 1 has the goal of building 50,000 units of vehicles per annum, and the brand aims to create almost 3,000 direct and indirect jobs across the building supply chain and so on. I think that's to be lauded. Like, job security in our market is paramount. I think it's also really important to note that Chery's aiming to have 40% local content in the assembly. So it's not just a case of importing all the raw materials and putting them together and then selling. They're going to try and use as many of those raw materials to be created within South Africa. In terms of vehicles that are going to be made at this factory, all we know so far is that JQ is going to be building its J5 compact SUV here, and the Jetour T1 and 2, they're going to be made in this factory from the middle of 2027. There's no official confirmation what Chery is going to be bringing, but if you remember last week's video, I think that Chery small bucky, that's going to be on the card. So watch this space. And now it's time for something new. Going forward, we're going to give you some insights into the Cars.co.za YouTube channel, what we're driving, and videos to look forward to. Generally, the Cars.co.za news episode comes out on a Tuesday at 3 p.m. But what else have you got to look forward to? Well, this Wednesday, we've got a preview of the brand new GWM Aura 5. Now, the Aura, it was sold as an electric hatchback, didn't do too well. Now, Aura has said, we're going to make this thing into a small SUV and introduce some hybrid engines into the mix. So Chery was driving those. Look out for the 2 videos to come. On Thursday, you can look forward to a guide on how to buy a used 2020 Golf. That was the 7.5 generation, and many have said that was the best one yet. So all you need to know about how to buy a used Volkswagen Golf will be on the channel later this week. What are we driving? What's in the garage this week? Well, right now we've got the diesel Kia Carens electric BMW iX2. We've got the Jetour T2 plug-in hybrid and Toyota RAV4 GR Sport hybrid. Geez, that's a mouthful. We're going to be assessing and reviewing, filming, shooting. We're going to be doing a lot of content on those cars. If you've got any questions about them, well, put them in the comments below and we will answer them as best we can in our content. Speaking of content, Cars.co.za has partnered with the Content Creator Awards 2026. There's the Automotive Content Awards. So if you like to make content in, around, and on cars, kind of like what we do, like this.
I'd climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I've broken.
Well, this is now the chance to show us what you've got. There's 10 grand prize money up for grabs. Deadline for entries has been extended to the 20th of July 2026. And if you're really keen, you're interested, it's easy to find all the info, contentcreatorawards.co.za. And on that note, that's where I will end off this week. I will link articles in the description below, more details about the brand new X5 as well as the iX3 pricing, as well as exactly how much those extras are going to cost on the Merc CLA. Spoiler alert, it's a lot. And well, if you're just here for a new or used vehicle, guys, Cars.co.za couldn't be simpler. 77,000 vehicles are just a few clicks away. I'll see you next week. Okay, bye.